Hello, and welcome to the Doomed Prince. I'm here today to talk about the contract that I'm on, as well as talk about how you may use this contract as well for children who are not in school. And I must please just keep that in mind. If your kid is in school, they deserve a completely different contract. Not the one that I'm on, because I'm not in school right now. Yes, I go to college. Yes, I'm taking the quarter off. Therefore, I have a contract with my parents that they will make me use. So, this contract is right here, which I just looked at right then, and I have a basic outline that I'm going to give with you, and that will give to you guys so that you may use it if you are a parent or a child who wants to have a contract for themselves for while they're living at home. So, parents and children who want to take this contract into mind, let's start out. First, approximately 4 hours a day of productivity. This can be school if you want to have them in school while you're doing this contract, which I would not suggest because it's a little bit much for someone who's in school. So productivity hours, 4 hours a day, and a total of 28 hours a week. This is 4 hours a day every day of the week. If you do extra hours one day, it counts towards the other days, so you can have a day off. But you need to have 4 hours a day. This could be a job. This could be self-employment, volunteering, or doing a long-term project to help the household. The long-term project can be working on, just helping around the house in some long-term way, like reflooring or doing the things on the roof, the shingles or something like, I don't know what they're called, but the things on the roof, you can redo those for your parents and get all that done, and that would count as productivity hours. Now, why doesn't other housework count as productivity hours? That leads me into my next thing, which is 1.5 hours of help around the household a day. This totals out for 10 hours a week. This is leaving one day, I believe, if my math is correct, one day a week where you are not having an hour and a half and you're having an hour instead. So it's 10 hours a week instead of 10.5, so you can have a little bit of leeway, but not much. This allows you to do help around the household, and let me tell you, there is a very fine line between doing help around the household and just bullshitting help around the household. Let me tell you right now, doing the dishes does not take an hour and a half. It takes a half hour at most when you're going slow and there's a lot of dishes. If you need to unload the dishwasher, it might take a little bit longer if you're still going slow. But it does not take that long. So, you have a lot of different projects you can do around the house. My mom, just recently today, gave me a list of things that I could do around the house because I was having trouble meeting my hours. One of which, vacuuming the living room, and also cleaning the kitchen counters and mopping and doing the kitchen. I did 2 of those today. I did the vacuuming and I did the cleaning the kitchen counters and I did the dishes, which led me up to 2 hours today. So you have a lot of different things. I suggest giving your child 10 different items of things that they can do every day of the week. That way they have an idea of what they're supposed to be doing and it's not that bad. So, next, approximately 1 hour per day exercising, leading up to 6 hours a week. This is very, very minimalistic. You can make your child exercise a lot more. My father would like me to exercise a lot more than I do, but I have a lot of other hours to complete. So, if you're going to make your child do more exercise hours, I suggest either taking a little bit off of the 1.5 hours a day doing help around the household, or I suggest doing and taking out the next item, which I'm about to talk about now, which is positive creative activity. This can be music, art. This includes singing and dancing and playing guitar or playing the piano or just practicing any of those things. You can be singing in the shower, and it probably would count for my parents. It may not count for all parents out there, but it counts for some people. And this can include, for me personally, I asked my parents, and this includes my vlogs. This includes the time that it takes to upload the vlogs, and it takes time for me to edit them and all that. Not the vlogs, but the gaming videos, which are included in positive creative activity, which is gaming videos and whatnot as well. So, you may be asking me, David, what else counts as positive creative activity? Well, you shouldn't have to really ask that. It's up to your parents. It's up to the people who are giving you the contract. Your parents or guardians should be able to give you that information, not me. So, next one. So these are non-overlapping 50 hours a week. This is very minimal. If you want them to work more hours, or if they're working at a job and they don't have enough time for a contract, I suggest you let them pay a small amount of rent so that they actually are doing stuff around the house and are not doing stuff around, if they're not doing stuff around the house, and if they're not doing exercise, and if they're not doing positive creative activity, but they're doing all the productivity hours because they have a job, I suggest making it so you have a, a small rent for them. Because then they're not helping around the household or anything. But there's other smaller things that you may or may not think is okay for your situation. But these are the smaller things. I have them on this list right here. I'm going to look over and constantly tell you. So, the next one. So this does not include time, all of these hours do not include time washing your own clothes. They do not keeping the room and bathroom clean do not count towards helping the household. Those are things that you should just do. As you can see, my room is a little bit messy. I'm going to clean it up today. I swear to God, it's been like this for a few days, and my parents are getting kind of miffed with me for not having it clean all the time. But in any case, it will be cleaned very soon. But I have all of those to do, and I have to pick up after myself on a regular basis. Next thing. I will have the bed. It is expected that the bathroom and hall be clean and presentable at all times, and the debris on floor be cleared daily. So this means that nothing's on the floor of my room, the hallway, or the bathroom, and everything is kept uptight and clean on a daily basis. This is just a regular thing that should not count towards your hours. The next thing. It is expected that David will have, which is my name, David, you can have whoever else's name, it's expected that blank should have at least 4 dinners a week with his parents, or whoever you're living with at the time. This should be very simple. It doesn't have to be required, but I suggest around 4 meals with your parents a week because it helps create the bonds with each other, and it helps make you feel like you're actually living with them rather than just living with them and not really doing anything. So, if I'm unable to meet the above, I'm no longer allowed to live at the household. I have to find my own place, or I have to do my own thing. There should be like a strike rule, I think. My parents do not have a strike rule. They're very strict sometimes, and this is one of the times where they are. So, I think there should be a 3-strike or 5-strike or however many strikes you'd like rule, where if you mess up on a week, that's strike 1. If you mess up on another week, it's strike 2. If you mess up on the 3rd week, that's strike 3, and then you're done. And this should be a yearly or bi-yearly thing where you reset your strikes every once in a while. So, if I do all this, my parents agree to have my friends over 1 night in a month. So, if I have my friends, if my parents, if I keep up on all of my work and I do everything that they ask me to do, then I can have my friends over once a month. And this means all my friends, which I have around 7 or 8 people in my group of friends, not including myself. So if I want all of them over, I can have all of them over, but just once a month. Next thing. Provide a list of everything that you're supporting your child with. This includes room and board, this includes food, clothes, telephone, everything. And tell them how much you are paying for them. And this is what you expect from them unless you're going to pay them this much. So, that being said, I think that's the basic contract for kids who are not in school. If you'd like to see another contract for kids who are in school, I'd be more than willing to do so. Just give me a couple days and I'll have that up. But I think that's it for the contract. So, in any case, if you'd like to copy this contract, I will have some sort of way of letting you have it if there's enough interest. If you'd not like to have the contract, then that's fine. If you'd like to copy some stuff off of the contract, and that's great. Just look through the video and find whatever you want. Okay, this has been the Doomed Prince, otherwise known as Puffball of Doom, on my other channel, and that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's been my contract video, and a help with contract video for everyone who needs it. Thank you very much. That's it, guys. Signing off.